Alrighty. We have our DMR quiz today. Remember, on Fridays, your DMR is for a grade, okay? This will be reflected on your report card. So today is your last day to ask questions about any skill that you do not understand, okay? So I'm going to go over each skill. I'm going to show how to solve it. I'm going to stop, and that's when I want questions, okay? So let's take a look at this together. Your first skill is determining if you have enough money to make a purchase. We have two items in question: a toy airplane for $2.42, a donut for 83 cents. This is the money that we have: $1, $2, $3, and then we also have 50 cents. Our 50 cents is from this quarter and from this quarter, and we can write that as $0.50, okay? This together gives us a total of $3.50. So that's how much money we have. Obviously, we can buy either the donut or the airplane because both of these are less than less than $3.50. What we don't know is if we can buy both. So we have to do some math to determine this, okay? So in order to figure out if I can buy both, on my whiteboard or on a seesaw blank drawing or on a notebook that I have at home, I am going to add the cost of both items. $2.42 plus 83 cents, and I'm going to see what that equals. 2 pennies plus 3 pennies is 5 pennies. 4 dimes plus 8 dimes is $1 and 2 dimes. $2 plus $1 is $3. So that is only $3.25 to buy both. So yes, we can do it because we have more than that amount of money. So the correct answer is both. A lot of you chose either. Either is true, but the better answer is that we could buy both of them. Now that you've seen how to solve that, what questions do we have about it? Yes, Aiden Hampton.
So you can buy both because there's 350 and if the donut costs 83 cents, you still have, if you take 83 away, you still have $3. So if you buy the toy airplane, you'll have $1, so you can still buy it.
Yes, so Aiden is talking about a different way to solve. Another way to solve would be acting like you made the purchase and subtracting the amount of money from what you have, and then subtracting again to see if you have enough left. So that also works. That's another way to solve. Great. Thank you for pointing that out. Q, a question from you.
I don't understand how they would have a donut for 83 cents.
It might be a stale donut.
Yep.
All right. You can buy the airplane 2 donuts. If we bought 2 donuts, we would bust our budget because the donut is 83 cents and we would only have 25 cents left because we have $3.25 at the total cost. All right, let's take a look at our next skill. This skill
Mrs. I had a question.
Okay.
About the top one.
All righty.
So, I didn't get that thing because it said 80. It said $1 and it has a point in 83. I don't get that.
Right. So you're right. This is not how we would see a price tag usually. If something were only 83 cents, we would usually see it as 83 cents. What they're doing here is they're writing it this way, 0.83. And we know that money that is after a decimal point is coins. And there's like an imaginary 0 right here. And that's what we have to put in our mind's eye there, is there's nothing before the decimal point, so it's $0. Before the decimal point is blank, so it's $0. Okay, great question. Levin.
Is that how you draw your 8s?
When you're drawing?
When I'm drawing on the computer, yes, because if I do it like this, they get sloppy on the computer. So when I'm drawing on the computer, it's easier for me to draw circles. So yeah, on the computer, that's how I make my 8s. If I'm doing paper, I do it like this, but it's hard for me to do it that way on a computer. All right. 3, this is reviewing multiplication and division strategies, okay? We have 3 groups. There are 3 boxes. There are 3 flowers in each box. 1, 2, 3. If we were to count all of the flowers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, we would have 9 flowers. So the numbers that we need to use today are 3, 3, and 9, okay? Remember, this doesn't say choose all of the equations that are true. It says choose all of the equations that this picture could represent. There are equations here that are true, but they don't match the picture, okay? So let's take a look. 6 times 3 equals 18. That makes no sense with this picture. There's not 6 boxes. There's not 6 flowers in a box. There's not 18 flowers. That is wrong. 3 times 3 equals 9. 3 groups of 3 flowers gives us 9 flowers. That is correct. Remember, all, choosing all. 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals 12. This is true, but it does not match the picture. There's not groups of 4. There's not 4 flowers. So this is gone. Whoop, terrible cross out. Here we go. Boom. 9 divided by 3 equals 3. Yes, there are 9 flowers. If we put them into 3 boxes, there would be 3 flowers in each box. That is correct. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9 is wrong. That's 4 3s. Some of y'all got tricked by that. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 3s. There's only 3 3s here. Don't get tricked by that. Okay. All right. That is your answer. 2 answers. Questions about that one? Okay. Let's take a look at our next one. Here we go. Fill in the box with the fraction represented by the number line. We've gotten better at this. My threats to come through your camera and mess up your bedrooms and blame it on you have helped. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts where the box is. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts on the whole number line. So your correct answer is 4 6. Questions on that one? Going good? Okay. Compare the models. Choose the symbol that makes the comparison true. Compare the models. Choose the symbol that makes the comparison true. We have 1 piece shaded out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces. This is 1/11. Okay. Oh, is that right? Yes, it is. Over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. There are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 parts. 4/11ths and 1/11th. We can see that 4/11ths is larger. So the correct answer that matches that symbol is the first one. Questions on that? Yes, Aiden Hampton.
You can tell that 4 out of 11 is more because 4 out of 11 has more shaded in than 1 out of 11.
That is a great use of math vocabulary to justify or explain your answer. Very good. Leah.
I just noticed there hasn't been like a lot of the alligator mouths going to the left side.
I agree. I've noticed that pattern too. I actually brought that up. I said we need to mix it up a bit so that we don't always think it's one answer. I agree. Good noticing. All right. Name the position of the underlined digit. Positions have names like ones, tens, and hundreds. The underlined is in the third position, and that is the hundreds position. Okay. Next up, we have rounding. Round this number to the underlined place value position. This 2 is underlined, so we are rounding to the hundreds. 201 is between 200 and then going up would be 300. When we have a 0 telling us what to do, that is 4 or less, so we're going to give it a rest. So this rounds down to 200. Questions on that? All righty, very good. Here we go. Moving into continuing our conversation on comparing fractions. That's where we're going. Go ahead, please, and click on the activities screen on your Seesaw to refresh. Click on the activity screen on Seesaw to refresh. And you will see an assignment titled 13-4, use models to compare fractions with the same numerators. We've been working with same denominators. Today we're going to continue practice, but with same numerators, okay? Yesterday, I gave feedback to you on your assignment of same numerators and different denominators. We did very, very, very poorly on this assignment, okay? I had half of you, 9 of you, I have 20 students and 9 of you just went ahead and put the sign on the bigger number on the denominator. How many times did I tell you yesterday? The bigger the denominator, the smaller the piece. Okay, if I have 2 circles that are the same size and I cut one of them in half, but then I cut the other one in fourths, and I tell you this is your favorite dessert in the whole world, you can have 1/2 or you can have 1/4. Here's what 9 of you did. 9 of you said, ooh, I want 1/4 because 4 is a bigger number. And look what you did to yourself. You gave yourself a smaller piece. This is wrong. The bigger the denominator, the smaller the piece. Okay? So please stop going, oh, big number, that's the answer, I'm done, yay, because you're wrong. Okay? You've got to critically think about this. We know that the smaller denominators have larger piece sizes. So in this case, the correct answer is 1/4 is less than 1/2. Even though 2 is a smaller number, that's better for us because it means we have less pieces. Imagine it this way. Imagine when you get home, your mom has baked you a huge cookie, okay? And she says, you can have the cookie, but you have to share it. You can share it with just your sister, or you can share it with all of your cousins, but you have to share it. What are you going to choose? If it's your favorite cookie, you're going to choose just your sister. That's only 2 people that have to share the cookie. 4 people is more people, but that's bad news because then you only get a teeny tiny piece of the cookie. Okay? 9 of you yesterday just went, big number, that's the answer, yay. That's wrong. Okay? We're not going to make that mistake today. We're going to think actively and make better choices. So let's take a look at it. If you have not already, click on that add response. We'll take a look at our success criteria and we will work on some of these slides together. My goal is to get you into some independent breakout rooms. or some small group breakout rooms so you can talk about your answers. So let's get to that goal, okay? Today you are
continue with our level 3 component of comparing two fractions with the same numerator by reasoning about their size based on the same size of the whole. So remember, everything.
1 second, please.
We're going to be comparing our unit fractions to the whole altogether. So that means that all of our wholes need to be the same size.
All right, same size wholes. And again, we're not going to look at the denominator and say it's a bigger number. No, that's sad. That means less for you, okay? Warm up, here we go. You are going to warm up and work on this, and then we'll check our work. Carrie and Alan had the same amount of vegetables to eat. Carrie ate 1/4 of her vegetables. Alan ate 1/3 of his vegetables. Who ate more vegetables? Solve the problem any way you choose. Explain how you decided, okay? I'm going to send you into breakout rooms to solve slide 2. Carrie ate 1/4. Alan ate 1/3. Who ate more veggies? Go. Thank you. Good call. I'm going to share the screen, show you the correct answer. This is what your group should have found. Your group did not have to solve it the same way I did because it says right here, solve any way you choose. This is just how I chose. But no matter how your group chose, you should have the same answer. If you drew a rectangle model, you still have the same answer. If you just thought about the size, you still have the same answer. 1/3 is more because it is a larger piece. Remember yesterday, you guys saw the 4 and said, ooh, that's the bigger piece. Look, that is clearly smaller. If I took 1/4 and put it here, look how much more I have on the thirds. There's more, okay? Questions, concerns, or comments about this one? Questions, concerns, or comments? Okay. Yes, Aiden Hampton.
You might tell me to show my camera, but I can't because my start video button is stuck, so I can't press it.
Thanks for letting me know. All right. Slide 3 is a video that you can watch as an example if you feel stuck while you're working independently. The example is from the textbook and it is right here in step-by-step instructions as well. So if you are working independently and you think, I don't know what to do, you can come back here to see what you should show and what you should write, because all of our answers today are going to ask you to show something and write something, okay? All right, so remember this. If you're feeling stuck later, you can come back to it to study. Let's go to slide 4, please. Slide 4 says, with your teacher. Use the fraction bars or shapes to build the comparisons. Just like yesterday, the link is here for the fraction bars. If you prefer to use the shapes, you can do that as well, okay? On our slide, we already have the shapes here, so I'm going to ask that we practice using those shapes, okay? I will unlock that for you guys now. There you go. That website is unlocked, okay? But right now you don't need that website because I'm going to ask you to use these shapes because they're right here, okay? Let's take a look. How can fraction strips help you reason about size to find whether 4/6 or 4/8 of the same whole is greater, okay? Go ahead and grab a pen, make it your favorite color that is not this color blue. The top bar we're going to leave as one whole. So let's put a 1 in that top bar. Then we need to divide our next bar into 6. Okay, 6 is an even number, so I can start with half. Then I can cut each side into 3 pieces because half of 6 is 3. So 3 should be on the left, 3 should be on the right. So I'm going to put a piece to the left of that center, to the right of that center. Go ahead and do the same. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Add 3 pieces. There's 1 piece. My next line creates 2 and 3 pieces. Okay, so we've got 6. Notice that the blue bars are the same size. If I were to grab a bar and I were to create it like this, that would be wrong because that's not the same size as these other pieces. So our whole has to be the same size, okay? This says 4, 6. I'm going to go ahead and shade 4 of those. 1, please shade with me. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is 4, 1, 1, 6, a second 1, 6, a third 1, 6, a fourth 1, 6. So I've created 4 6s. I can see that you're still working, so I will give you some time to do so.
So do we have to put 1 6 in there?
You can if you feel that you need it to remember the difference between the fractions. If your brain can hold that in your head, you're fine. Okay? So that is my 4 6. Now I'm going to create my 4 8s. I like to color code my work, so I'm going to switch colors. You don't have to. 8 is also an even number, so I can start with a half. Half of 8 is 4 because 4 plus 4 equals 8. So I need 4 pieces on the left, 4 pieces on the right. Okay? So I'm going to cut my half in half, and then I'm going to cut those fourths in half. Again, on the right side, half in half, and then cut those in half. Okay. Again, we need to shade 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1/8. That's a second 1/8. That's a third 1/8. That's a fourth 1/8. I hope that my 9 friends yesterday who would have told me that 4 8 is bigger are seeing that that is not true. Look at this model. 4 8 is much shorter than 4 6, which goes longer. So the question is not which one is longer. The question is, how can you use fraction strips to reason about their size? So let's explain how we just did that. We lined up four 1/6 pieces. Yes, Leah.
So can we use lines instead of using a marker to like cut it in half?
Yes, as long as you have the fraction shown, that is fine. Whatever works easiest for you. So we lined up 4 1/6 pieces and 4 1/8 pieces. We lined up 4 1/6 pieces and 4 1/8 pieces. I'm typing, you are typing.
Is that all?
Nope. I'm just giving you some time to get it. We lined up 4 1/6 pieces and 4 1/8 pieces to see which is longer. That is how we did that, okay? The question was not which one is greater. The question was how can you figure it out? And how we can do that is by looking which one is longer.
Isn't there supposed to be a period there?
We could put a period, yes, as a complete sentence. Thank you. Good catch, good catch.
But do we have to?
If it is math and you're just taking notes, I'm not going to be grading your punctuation, but it is good practice. Okay, all right. Any questions on how we did this? You're going to be expected to do this independently, so I want to make sure I give you the opportunity to ask. Yes, Aiden Hampton.
So if it's 1 out of 8, then if it's 4 out of 8 there, then why is there 1 out of 8 there?
So there is 1 out of 8 there because there are 4 of these. So there are 4 1/8 pieces, and that gives us 4 eighths.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Gotcha. It's a good connection. Just like if I were to put 4 pennies in my hand, I would say you had 4 cents. Even though they're just a penny, you have 4 of them. So the value changes. Great question. All right, let's take a look at slide 5 together, please. On slide 5, I'm going to model how to use our website. If you would like to stick with the fraction bars here, that is totally fine. Okay? Our directions tell us which is greater, 1/4 or 1/6. Some of you already know that it's 1/4 because that's less pieces, so it's bigger size. But our directions tell us to draw fraction strips to complete the diagram and answer the question. If you would like to draw using these fraction strips, that is fine. I'm going to use a digital drawing tool with this link. You can do whichever you choose, okay? I've got one hole up top. I'm going to create 1/4.
But doesn't it say draw it?
This is a digital drawing. Yes, you're just using a tool, okay? And then we have 1/6. So I'm going to change my denominator to 6. And here I can see 6 is a bigger number, but Justin, that means that the pieces are smaller, okay? 1/4 is greater. I'm going to take a screenshot of this and I'm going to put it on my seesaw so I can show my quote unquote drawing. Boom, there's my drawing. Okay, that's my drawing, and I'm going to go ahead and label so I can tell the difference. This is 1/4. This is 1/6. Okay, so I've drawn the fraction strips. It says answer the question. So let's answer the question by writing a comparison statement. I have 1/4. I have 1/6. Go ahead and write that. I am asked to compare, and I can see that 1/4 is greater than 1/6. Okay, my 4th is greater because it is less pieces, which means they are bigger pieces. The more pieces we have to create, the smaller they get. The less times we have to share, the bigger the pieces are. Okay. Any questions on this one? Yes, Terrence.
So do we have to, I mean, where did you delete your blue squares?
I just put my screenshot on top of them. There they are.
Can we delete them?
If you put this drawing, then yes, but you have to have work of some kind, either the
Okay.
digital drawing on the website or the physical drawing. Okay.
Okay.
Aiden Hampton. Did you forget? You gotta actually use your voice, Aiden. I can hear your background noise, so I know your microphone works. What do you need? All right, let me know when you need it. Okay, 6. Take a look at 6. It says with your teacher. In 3 and 4, compare. Write less than, greater than, or equal to. Use fraction strips to help. These fraction strips are already here for us. Okay, so all we have to do is create the symbol. We have a picture here of 1 whole, and this is 3/6. This is 3/3. We can see that 3/3 is much longer. So we're going to open our comparison symbol, our alligator mouth, to 3/3. Okay. Yes, 6 is a larger denominator, but remember that means the pieces are smaller. Okay. The more pieces, the smaller they get. Justin, let's go, please.
Mrs., are you going to show your work on there?
It does not tell me I have to because it says use the fraction strips to help. Here's my work right here. It's
No,
already-
I'm talking about like one of the pieces you circle it or put a square around it, and then you highlight it with highlighter so you can tell which one is bigger.
So like saying that this one stops right here and showing that this one stops all the way out here.
Yes.
If that's a strategy that helps you, that is totally fine. Feel free to do that. Okay. All right. Frank, your screen is still blank. Remember, it's not just being on the screen that I'm on. You actually have to write what I'm writing. Okay, so make sure you're writing what I'm writing here. All right. Let's take a look at 4. This says 4/8 and 4/6. I can see very clearly that 4/6 is longer. It comes all the way out here. So I'm again going to say 4/8 is less than 4/6. Yes, 8 is the bigger denominator, but that means the pieces are smaller because there are more pieces. The more pieces we have, the smaller the pieces get. Okay? Aiden Hampton, what was your question?
How did you put the box right there? On slide 5, how did you put the box right there?
How to put this here?
Yeah.
I took a screenshot the same way you would take a screenshot for your reading log or for your DMR quizzes, anything like that, same way. So I used that link and I took a screenshot of it.
But y'all can't cut it.
All right. Yes, Aiden G.
Can you go back to slide 4?
I can.
I mean,
Yes.
5.
Which one?
5.
5. This one right here?
Yes.
Do you have a question about
So,
it?
no, I was a little behind because I was trying to take it, but it was kind of hard.
Gotcha. No problem. Right there. Terrence, a question while we wait.
So, about slide, I forgot what my question was.
Okay, let me know if you remember. All right.
Oh, so I fixed my other assignment.
Okay. All righty. Slide 7 is an example video for you to watch before you begin your independent work. Okay. I'd like for you to watch this video during your independent work time. The rest of these slides are independent work. You are given on each slide 2 fractions. Notice down here, fraction set 1, fraction set 2. So you have 2 workspaces. If you want to use the picture, there are rectangles stacked up for you to use there so that you can drag and have the same size whole and duplicate if you need, okay? If you would rather use the link, that is fine, but remember you have to include a screenshot, okay? So on each slide, you are going to use the fraction bars or shapes to build the comparisons. So I'm going to see a picture, I'm going to see a symbol, okay? Picture and symbol for slides 8, slides 9, slides 10, slide 11. Slide 12 and 13 have some word problems. If you are struggling to read or understand the word problems, you can click play and they will be read to you. Slide 14, like always, is your success criteria. Okay? All right, this is your assignment. Make sure that during your work time after lunch and recess, you get right to it.